Are you thinking about selling your home but feeling overwhelmed by all the unknowns? From pricing it right to home inspections to navigating offers, there's so much that can make or break your sale. But don't worry, in this video, we have you covered. I'm answering the most common questions asked by sellers, sharing insider tips, and helping you avoid costly mistakes. So stay tuned because these could be the insights that you need to have a smooth and successful sale. Hi everyone, my name is Tara Frig. I'm the team lead of Masterful Moves Realty Group, eXp Realty, and welcome to What the Frig Friday. This week, I'm going over common questions asked when selling your home. So one of the first questions that I get asked is, do I need a home inspection? So it is something that I do advise clients to, think about when getting listing your home is a pre-inspection. So a pre-inspection is where the inspector will go over your home, just like if you were the buyer. They'll go over your home, they'll go over structural, mechanical, any deferred maintenance items. So we really get to see of what the buyer is going to see when they put an inspection on your home. It also can help us with some undiscoverable items. So potentially you might be missing some deferred maintenance that you didn't know existed that potentially could really deter potential buyers. So it is something that I do discuss with my clients about a pre-home inspection, just so that we are being upfront with the buyers in regards to what items would or could come up and that we are pricing appropriately. I do know that some buyers, if we do a pre-inspection and we put that out for the buyers to see, a lot of the buyers are like, that inspector was hired by the sellers, so therefore, the pre-inspection could be biased to the sellers. So they'll still get their own, but it definitely is something that we could have that conversation for, especially if you've lived in the home a really long time. The potential to, look past deficiencies or things that could be wrong with the home could be slightly greater because you've lived in the home for so long. You might just look over some deferred maintenance items. So that could be something that we could do just to make sure that we are aware of what that buyer is going to see. Another question that I do get asked is, can I just reject offers? How does that negotiation work? Yes. So what I like to explain to both my sellers and my buyers is you are always in control. So the buyer is going to write an offer, one that they are comfortable with the conditions and timelines and price and everything that they're comfortable with, and then they're going to present it to the seller. Now, as the seller, you have the right to say yes, no, or negotiate any or all of those items in that offer. That you're always in control to take a step back and to say, yes, I'll accept this as is. Nope, this is too low or whatever it is, or negotiate those certain items in the contract. You are always in control. If you're looking to buy or if you're looking to sell, you're always in control in regards to what that negotiation process looks like. So being aware of what that means and to really pause and reflect on every item when you get an offer and making sure that it works for you in your timelines, in your price points, and everything that you need for a successful sale. So in regards to, again, that offer, what that offer looks like, I get asked a lot too, what is a condition and what is a conditional sale? So a condition is something that is in the offer that needs to be satisfied or removed. An example would be financing. Offers would be subject to financing if they need a mortgage, which means that that buyer therefore has to satisfy and get financing that is to their satisfaction, and then they can remove that condition or waive that condition, and then it's removed from the contract. So a conditional sale is an offer to which there is conditions. So more often than not, there's more buyer's conditions than there are seller's conditions, but it is possible to have seller's conditions, lawyer review, a seller's condition. I've had some with relocation companies where the relocation company needs to review the offer. I've had some as well in regards to pending sales of homes or different things like that. I've seen in different conditions. So being mindful of that. If you are a seller, you can have your own seller's conditions. If there is something that you need to have in that offer to make sure that you do due diligence, or that someone else reviews it, make sure that we put that in that offer so that we have that condition. So a conditional sale is an item in the contract that needs to get satisfied, albeit financing, inspection, sale of home, that type of thing. Another question that I do get asked is, how do realtors find a home value? As a realtor, I am not an appraiser, so I am a realtor. If you need an appraiser, or there's a reason that you've been asked to get an appraisal, that is something different. I am a realtor and can find home prices based off of the size of the home, the age and condition of the home, any recent upgrades, and of course the market. I will go look on the MLS at the past solds. For me, it is key that I look at the past sold, because sold is actually where the dollar value has transferred. So that is an actual valuation of the property, of similar property. A property that is listed is actually just a market idea. So first I'll look through the past solds. I'll find apples to apples comparisons and see how, what properties that are very similar in location, size, age, condition, upgrades, and we'll price it off that. But then I'll also look at what is active last. So we'll find out what the sold price is, get an idea of what the market is seeing, but then we'll also look at what the active prices are so that a buyer on the street, what they're going to see in comparison. So it's a two-step process in regards to finding that valuation of the home, but it definitely is going off of solds, because that's where actual value of funds have been transferred and actual value of the property. And then the market is what boots on the ground's competition is going to be. So that is how realtors assess your home. So when you're sitting down with different realtors, go through their process with them, ask lots of questions. It is your home to sell, and you should have the right to interview realtors. Just be mindful of that. Go through the process and really work through how you see your valuation in regards to what those other properties are. And just be mindful of the feedback that the realtor does give you as well, because what has been sold and what is market could potentially be quite different. So be mindful of that when you go through that with your realtor. But no, you are in control. It is your home to sell. So make sure that you are interviewing that realtor and that you are asking questions in regards to what you want to see for a price and how they get that valuation. And then that comes to another question: how long will it take to sell my home? Well, when you're doing that price point, there's, in what that market comparables are going to be in regards to the condition, age, price. Where do you fit in regards to how quickly do you want to sell your home? Because let's be honest, price sells. I could sell your house for $1 tomorrow, right? There'd be lots of interest. We could list it for $1 and sell for however much more. But it really depends on the pricing and the condition of your home in regards to how long it will take your home to sell, as well as then we can look on the days of market, right? What is the average days of market for your city, for your price point, for your community, and really make sure that we are working through that and giving you realistic expectations in regards to that price point. But price sells. So being mindful of how quickly you want to sell in regards to the price that you need to see is key when we were talking and answering those questions of how long will it take to sell my home. Another question that I get asked as well is, when is the best time to sell? Well, I know lots of people wait for the spring and summer months, but we need to be mindful of what that looks like for spring and summer months, because there's just going to be more competition. The best time is to sell is when you need to sell. Do you need to sell to buy another home? What does that look like for the market when on your purchase? If you're selling in spring when it's really busy, you're going to be buying in spring when it's really busy as well. So really being mindful of, why are you selling? What is the reason for your selling? What is the market of which you're buying and selling your home? Really, those things are key in regards to best time to sell. When is the best time to sell really is market driven, and it has to do with your need. right? Why do you need to sell? And another conversation that I have with clients is about qualifying for a mortgage. So where are you moving to? Are you going to be porting your mortgage? Do you have a mortgage? Making sure that we are bringing in that mortgage broker in early is super key, because if you need to port your mortgage or there's going to be a penalty payout, making sure that we are understanding what those costs are, how much it's going to cost, but also what the opportunity cost is going to be. We are right now in an upswing market. So if your property penalty is, say, $5,000, maybe doing it in a season or now might be worth that $5,000, depending on what the market is looking like in regards to increase in property prices, multiple offers, and everything like that. So being mindful of what your penalty payouts is. Do you need to qualify for a mortgage on your next house? What's the difference between porting your mortgage and requalifying? And asking all of those questions is super integral and key if you're looking to still purchase another home. So you might need to qualify for a mortgage. You might have to worry about your credit again. So things like that is super, super important to bring in the mortgage broker early and having those conversations. So again, in regards to some common questions that I get when looking to sell the home is, do I need a home inspection? So that's always important to have that conversation of what that means and different things that they look at. How do you negotiate an offer? So is it possible just to outright and where your control is? Also about conditions. So making sure that we understand what a condition is and the fact if you need one as well on your offer as a seller's condition. How do you price your home? So what do we look for? What is the need? And things like that in regards to selling your home so that we can make sure we sell your home in the timeline of which you need. And then when is the best time to sell also depends on your need for selling and qualifying for a mortgage. So depending on where you're going is super important for that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found today's insights helpful. And if you're interested in learning more, if you're ready to take the next steps in your real estate journey, we at Masterful Moves Realty Group would love to connect with you. If it's 4 days, 4 months, or 4 years, it's never too early to connect. Just visit our website at masterfulmovesrealtygroup.com. And remember, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might find it useful, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. I'll be sharing more valuable content and answering your questions in upcoming videos. So thanks so much for being part of the Masterful Moves community, helping you move one masterful move at a time. We'll see you in the next video.